I'm Maureen DiStaulo, and we're talking about the golf club today. And I have two lovely guests. One is Gerri Pizzi, and the other is Mike Myers.
Mercer.
And
It's close.
they are both in charge of certain areas of the golf club and the inside golf, as I believe it. Is that true, Gerri?
Yes.
Okay, so
Mike and I do inside golf, and we have some other responsibilities that we're going to talk about today.
Okay, great. So tell me about yourselves first. How long are you both in the village? We'll let Gerri go first.
This is my 4th year here. It's the best move I ever made. I'm very happy.
Good.
When I came here, I looked at one house. I saw that the flag for the first hole on Pines, and I said immediately, where do I sign?
Okay. And what about you? Mickey or Mike or Michael?
Mike is good.
Okay.
Well, I came in here 3 years ago. I had to buy a house quick, and it was so hard to get in here because everyone was outbidding me.
Oh,
But
yes.
I found a place. I was lucky to know Fran Delignita who lived here, and she hooked me up with Bob Horn, and then it was downhill from there.
Okay. Downhill?
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
All right. So, and both of you joined the golf club immediately?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. You
Yeah.
were enticed by our golf courses.
You can't
You
beat
can't
it.
beat it. Our golf courses are free to all residents.
Yes, they are.
And you can play as many holes as you want. We have 2 golf courses, Pines and Willow, and some people will play 9 holes at Pines, and then they'll drive over to Willow and play 9 holes at Willow, so they'll get it 18 holes in.
Wow.
I do that just about every day.
All
I
right.
play the Pines in the morning and Willow in the afternoon.
All right.
And it's fun. It's Willow is a little bit more challenging because you have to be more accurate with your shots.
Okay.
But it's fun, and it's free. It's even
Yes,
better.
it is free, and that
Yes.
is a good thing.
Yes.
You know, I did play golf for a little while, but I have now stopped again. But that's beside the point. So tell me what the golf club does. You have inside and outside. Would you explain that?
Inside, when we refer to inside golf, we're talking about our golf courses, our Pines and our Willow.
Right.
When we say outside, that means anything that's off campus.
Okay.
All right, so we go to local golf courses, or sometimes it's maybe an hour distance to go to a golf course, and we have a group of people. We kind of caravan there, and we play a round of golf, outside golf.
Now, if somebody comes in as a single and they don't have a group to go with, do you hook them up with a foursome?
Well,
Yes.
go ahead. You
Well,
explain.
on the outside, yes. I'm responsible to hook people up, and I try to, I kind of know who everyone is.
Right.
And I mix them. I try to put them with people that they would do well with,
Okay.
or get along with. But
Right.
it's all about, establishing a friendship with everyone in here.
Right,
So
that's
they can
correct.
play with anyone.
Right.
And that's the good part about what's going on here right now.
I have found that this, I'm a widow, okay? My husband passed away, and I continued living here mainly because I felt very free to go to any club
Yes.
Yes.
or get involved in anything alone.
Yes.
And I did not feel ostracized or left out, like, oh, well, that's just our club, I did not find that at all. So I just want to emphasize that the golf club is like that also.
Yeah, I'm also widowed, and I feel the same way. And with the ladies' golf, you play with different people every week.
Right.
We don't have, when we do the foursomes, we don't have friends playing together.
Okay.
We mix up the groups. So for every tournament, for ladies' golf, we have tournaments every 2 weeks.
Right.
So every 2 weeks, we have a captain that makes up the foursomes, and they just mix it up.
Okay.
So
great.
that's a nice way to get to know everybody in the club.
Yes, yeah. That's a real plus
Yeah.
in my estimation.
Yes, yes.
That's how you get to know people, that's how you make friends.
I agree. When I first started, I was like, I didn't know anyone. And
Right.
you're a little,
Yeah.
a little, And I was thrown into the fire right away. They're like, you're taking over inside golf after the first year.
Oh, well.
So I was
Wait a
like,
minute,
well,
did you put your hand up this high?
I didn't,
No?
but there was someone that elected me. But I won't
Okay.
mention him on camera, Bob Warren. But that's,
Yes.
And it just took off from there. But I found that, what I'm doing on the inside, I actually like it. I would like someone else to step up and take over for me. I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Right.
But we all have fun doing it. It's a matter of putting games together. And I got that idea from the women. But when I'm looking at their schedule, I go, I think the guys would like that too. So we start doing a little bit more competition, a little bit more fun, and there's always a little bonus at the end, and that's the good payout. And
That's great.
It's just fun.
Yeah, that's great.
What he's talking about is like this Thursday, we have a game, it's called Orange Ball. And every team gets an orange ball, and you have to keep it in the game. If you lose it, if you hit it over the fence and into the garden, your team's in trouble. So that's one of the games. The next one we're playing on June 19th is called I Hate These Two Holes. Before the game starts, you get to pick 2 holes that you hate at that course, and you can eliminate them from your score at the end.
Oh,
So that's
fun.
kind of fun.
Yeah,
You know what? It's all about having fun.
Right.
It is. And it's,
Like our next outing would be, I try to mix up the groups as best I can.
right.
I could pick out of a hat, but it's best ball, best score.
Oh, right.
And the winner with the best, we're going to do first, second, and third this year. But I was like, if anyone can get to 21, it'll be a payout of a nice couple bucks for each team.
Yes.
No one's got there yet, but it's just fun to have the competition. Everyone has their head into the game.
Yeah. We do things like we'll pick a hole that's closest to the pin. So if you can get on the green in one, and whoever gets closest, we get out the tape measure and we measure.
Sounds like bocce.
You would get out the tape measure, and you get closest to the pin, you get a little prize.
Right.
And it's not the best players that always win. I mean,
No, right.
the first year I did it, and I did closest to the pin, which I got from the women, and it's carried over this year to 2, but it's not the best players that
Right.
win. We had, out of 13 events, we had 12 different winners the closest to the
Yeah.
pin, which is
Oh, my
great.
goodness, yes.
Good.
It's
It's not
great.
always the same person.
Right. Because sometimes certain people,
Yes.
monopolize the top spots.
Well, yes.
And that's appropriate. They're the best players, and but that's nice that
I
other
like to think the
people
pressure
can.
got to them.
Yeah.
Well, there's more to our club than just golf. We also
Right.
have a social component because it's $20 to join golf and play.
Right.
But it's $10. Is it 10?
Yes.
It's $10 to be a social member. And our last meeting, we had a really good time because we did a Kentucky Derby, and Mike was one of the horses. He had a costume.
Oh, no.
They
Wow, that
had
sounds like fun.
costumes, and we rolled the dice, and if your number got chosen, you moved forward. So it was a lot of fun.
Right,
So that was a
right,
nice. And there's food involved.
Yeah.
We have
Always.
yeah,
Yes.
our next event is Fiesta. That's on the 11th, June 11th, and there'll be some chili, and there'll be some games, and there'll be some fun. So that'll be at our next meeting.
That's what it's all. That's
Our
what it's
meeting's
about.
the second Wednesday of the month.
Oh, okay. The second Wednesday every
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Okay. And do you meet all year?
We don't meet in January, February,
Okay.
right?
It's quite a few months we don't meet. When the season's over, our board might get together a few times to hash things out and pick new members or vote on new members.
Right. Board members.
Board members. But yes, it picks up again in, I guess, February, March.
Okay.
around.
Yeah, a lot of the clubs, pick and choose. There are some clubs who don't meet in the summer, because everybody's busy at the pool.
Yeah.
Other people don't meet in the winter because there's so many snowbirds.
Sure.
So.
Well, that's a lot. We have a lot of the snowbirds. Like when we first start out a little early in April, I believe it is, and people are still away, and we're trying to establish handicaps, and And we do handicaps. I know the women do it also, and that's just for our championship rounds.
Right.
We have 2 tournaments, one at the Pines, one at Willow, and that's our championship round. And you come up with a winner. Who's the best?
Right.
Who's having fun? Who's good that day?
That day.
That's exactly true.
I have done sports, and I know. Some days you're top of the game, and
Right.
next week you say, I'm giving this sport up.
That's 100%.
Well, another thing is being in charge of inside golf. Mike does it by himself. But I was last year in training with our person, Barbara Corrigan, who had been doing it for years. It was time
Yes.
for her to let it go. So she kind of had me helping along for the past 2 years. And this year I took it over, but I decided that it was impossible to do it by yourself.
Right.
So we're a triumvirate.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
so,
so
who's
I
with
have
you?
Chris Armstrong and Kim Totaro.
Okay.
So between the 3 of us, we're able to get a lot done. We do we do a breakfast, a kickoff breakfast every year in April, and then we do a closing luncheon. So just those events are a lot of work. So it's
yes.
good to have a team
Right.
working on whatever we're doing.
Oh, running a luncheon, running a breakfast, I mean, people, until you work one,
Right.
you have no clue how much work goes into it,
Well, as the leader of the men's group, I've heard the same thing. Hey, why don't you have an outing to make some money? I go, guys are not going to come to a luncheon or breakfast. They just want to play golf.
Right.
So it makes it a little harder for us to have the funds that we need, but we do fine.
Okay, great.
Well, we have a wonderful member, Anna Horn,
Yes.
who runs a beautiful luncheon every year with gift baskets. This year it's going to be the 19th, June 19th at the Clarion. And she assembles a team of people that get wonderful gifts, and we have a lot of gift baskets to raffle off. And it's a great event for us, but it's a lot of work. So it's something that I don't participate. I participate in, but I don't have anything to do with it.
Right.
Because that in itself is a job.
Yes.
This is it.
Now, the funds that the women's golf raise, that goes into the entire golf club?
Yeah, that
and
goes for the prizes.
And that benefits the men's golf also,
We don't
right?
ask for their money. If the women have an event, I don't think it's fair if the women go out of their way and they're blood, sweat, and tears
Right.
goes towards the women. Why should they? They'll pay for their breakfast, their lunch, and they donate money towards. I think Anna puts money towards the women's golf. That's fine.
Right, right.
The men's, we have enough to do what we have to do.
Okay.
And it's getting better. I'm not going to mention on TV what's going on, but we have a nice event.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
Good.
there's something else we do. So we have lots of things going on with our golf. We also have 4 holiday tournaments. We have 3 holiday tournaments. They're trying to add a 4th. They got to figure what holiday they're going to do it for. We have, they call them mixers. So it's
Oh, right,
men
yes.
and women.
Yes.
And Anna Horn runs that too. And that's a scramble, best ball. And it's, co-ed teams that play. So we just had one for Memorial Day. There'll be one for 4th of July. There'll be one for Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
And then they're going to try to add another one in the fall.
Oh,
Right,
right.
to,
Halloween.
yeah. Maybe a little bit before that.
Yeah,
It's really cold.
It's a little cold.
I got to jump in on Gerri. Those are some of the best fun
They are fun.
tournaments that I do because
Right.
it's 2 women, 2 guys,
Right.
best shot, two balls each person, and it's strategy and it's fun.
Right.
So I would encourage anyone that's watching. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the
Yep.
worst. It's just get out there and play. It's just
Right.
fun. That's the
just
bottom
fun.
line.
Yeah,
Right.
best ball is a lot of fun. What happens is somebody gets up and drives, and wherever their ball lands, everybody else on the team takes their ball and puts it there, and you start from there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So now, if you have somebody that hits a nice long one on the longer holes, that's where strategy comes in. On the longer holes, you have somebody that hits a good long shot. You make sure they we choose them to play those holes.
play that
because
hole.
everybody takes turns. Some of the
Okay.
shorter holes, some of the people that aren't long, they can do a nice straight shot.
Right.
Might not make it to the green, but it'll go nice and straight, and
You don't- yes.
it's good.
You don't have to have the best ball.
Right.
It's just strategy, and,
Right,
it's,
right.
and it's to me, it just adds to the
Yeah.
excitement. Actually, that's what it is to me. It's
Right.
like I get a kick out of it.
And some
That's
people
great.
can't putt at all. They might hit a long ball, but they can't putt. And you get somebody on the team that's a good putter,
Use them.
yeah, you get your birdies and your
Yes, that's
pars
right.
that way.
That's fun. That's fun. Yes.
Yep.
So you're going to try and do a fourth.
Fifth, maybe.
Oh,
fourth-
yeah,
fourth
at least a
holiday.
fourth, at
Yes,
least a
yes.
fourth.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
That's up to Anna.
Right,
I'll leave
right.
that up to her.
Yes, yes. So what's this I hear about 9 holes
Okay.
outside?
Well, we
Tell
have
us
been
about
doing
that.
18-hole outside golf for quite a while. But there's a lot of people that don't want to go far and they don't want to play 18 holes. It's long. It's sometimes it's pretty tiring for some people, and it takes up a lot of your day.
Right.
So we've been trying to get a 9-hole included into this.
Okay.
And we got it okayed this year for 5. We're doing 5 outings that are 9-hole. 3 of them are going to be at Forge Pond in Bricktown, and 2 of them are going to be at Colonial Terrace and Wall.
Now, you had to negotiate this with the golf club, with the golf board,
With the board.
with the board, but
Well,
what?
we had a discussion, and I thought it was fair. Jerry kind of mentioned it last year, kind of forcefully,
Right.
and I thought it was an okay idea, and I actually liked because at Forge Pond we'll have an option because it's an 18-hole. It's short, but you can have 9 or 18. So I have a lot of guys coming and playing that day for 18 holes, not 9.
Right, right.
But
So,
it's good for Jerry.
If you can shoot at Forge Pond. We have that option, not at Colonial, but Forge Pond. So we have at least half the people that signed up are playing 18 that day.
Right.
But the ones that don't want to just leave and
Right.
play the 9. Works out great.
And the golf course is okay with that?
Yep, yep,
You know,
absolutely.
Do they pay half?
Forge Pond, Forge
I
Pond,
mean,
Forge Pond is very interesting because it's a county course.
Yes.
And it's one fee, whether you're playing 9 or 18.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
If you're playing 18, the only extra fee you pay is if you want to rent a cart for the second 9 holes.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Okay.
If people walk, it costs them no extra.
Right,
you
right.
know?
Okay, because my son lives down near Cape May, and he and his next-door neighbor, best friend, they golf. And just, I don't know, 2 weekends ago, I was down there, and they're talking about doing 9 holes.
Yeah.
And how, they were finding different golf courses that they could do it on. And they were more interested because it doesn't take their whole Saturday.
Correct.
Well, a lot of the courses will do 9 holes. It's usually not early in the morning because they want to get their 18 holes out there.
Right, right.
And they're not going to make money. So the courses usually do that after a certain hour, which is
Right.
fine.
Right.
How it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But evidently, it's becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Our culture is changing.
People got games to go to and kids and stuff
And
like that.
kids
Sure.
and stuff like that, and things to do on Saturday rather than hang out at the golf course all day.
Yeah, it seems like a good
And
idea.
then come home to a very angry wife. But that's a great thing that you're starting. So that'll be this year, right?
Correct. Our
Okay, so
first
it's-
one is June 12th
Okay.
at Forge Pond.
At Forge Pond.
And Mike and I are going to put the foursomes together today, as a matter of fact, after we finish this meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll get the information out to the people.
So now this will be a combination of men and women.
Yeah.
And about how many people
It's-
do you get to go?
Just to
We
get
have
it
17 women signed up.
Okay.
And I have, I think, 4 groups of men. So
That's 16.
It should be,
That's
it should
16.
be
You're
fairly
right.
interesting.
Yeah, so will you combine, or will it be all men groups and women groups?
We're going to talk about that one.
Oh, I see. Okay, I don't want to bring
We have to look
anything
at our
up
numbers.
that's...
Well, we have to look at our numbers and see how
Oh,
we
I
make
see.
it work.
Right,
We have to
There's
make it work.
men, there's husbands and wives that like to play together.
Like that,
and
so we might
that's
put-
an option.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then there are husbands and wives who don't like to play with each
Absolutely.
other.
Well,
This
when
is
I bring
true.
it up, I hear definitely not. You know.
And that's fine. you know.
But it's again, we're looking for fun, and that's
That's right.
the bottom line.
That's right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so our tournament season goes into September, and then at the end of the season, we continue to play golf, but we do games. We just do fun. We call them fun days.
Oh, okay.
You know, so we have we're looking around for different kind of things we can do.
Oh, okay,
Different
golfing.
games different games we could play on the
Right.
golf course.
Now, you're going to have a picnic again this year?
I actually, for the Leisure Village Golf is having a picnic here.
Right.
Outside, we used to do a picnic, but we're taking the picnic money and we're going to do something for prizes and stuff like that.
Oh, I see, okay, because every year
Yes.
you've
There's
had
still
a
a picnic
picnic
in here.
out here on the,
Yeah, we're still going to have that, but
on the Willow patio.
it just opened up a little bit more prizes.
Right.
You know, whether it's a sleeve of balls or
Okay. Well, I do
Anything
remember a
else?
couple of years ago, I was with somebody who was doing the filming, and I interviewed some people at the golf picnic. I interviewed two people. One was 95, and the other was 93.
Yes.
Okay.
We have some people
I mean,
that are
and
incredible
they're
golfers.
still golfing and loving it, and she was 95, he was 93. I called her a cougar.
Yes, and she beat me.
Delightful people.
And I played golf with Pat, and she beat me.
Yes.
I don't want to say that that's humiliating.
No, it's not, because she
Actually-
just
She
happens
was
good at it.
awesome. Yes, she was a really good golfer.
Yes.
Moved to Florida, but she's a really
Oh,
good golfer.
okay, she moved. She was a delightful woman.
Absolutely.
Delightful. So,
well, that's as moving forward as people get older, they don't want to travel as far. So we try to we used to go all over the place within an hour, and we're
Right,
trying
right.
to like bring it back a little bit to within 30, 40 minutes is
Yes, yes.
is good. And
Right.
there's enough courses around here to do that. I think.
yeah. That's terrific.
Well, I want to tell you about Play for Pink.
Yes, please.
Play for Pink is an organization that has different activities, golf, tennis, pickleball, whatever you want to play to make money.
Right.
So we have gotten involved with them for the past 2 years, and we have a golf outing. It's going to be October 4th this year. We do breakfast and golf.
Right.
We have people that sponsor holes, either in honor of someone that's passed from breast cancer, or someone that we're celebrating because they survived
They
breast
survived,
cancer.
yes.
Yes, so we're looking forward to that on October 4th this year. Play for Pink is a group that I really like working with because they're indemnified by Estee Lauder. So all the money we raise goes directly to breast cancer research. There are no administrative costs, not like
Oh, isn't
some
it?
places
Yes.
where, you know, it's like 25% goes to administration and
Right.
every dollar we raise goes directly to breast cancer research.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that's a co-ed event.
Right, right.
So we have a lot of people that, and then we have the breakfast also. So we play golf and then we come back to Willow to have the breakfast, and then anyone that wants to join us can come. So it's not just for golfers, it's for the entire community.
Right.
It's getting so big that we might want to think about playing Pines and Willow.
Right, we
Something to
thought
think
about
about.
that. We thought about that. Yeah,
Really?
we have to because we're
Yeah,
getting
it was large. I mean, you
Yeah.
had a large
It's nice. It's
contingency
really nice. So
of
pleased. I'm
people
so
coming.
pleased. So
Yeah.
pleased.
And,
Yeah.
and it's a wonderful, you know, I don't know anybody who hasn't been touched by breast
Absolutely.
cancer
Absolutely.
in their family someplace, even if it's a second
mom, their
cousin
sister,
or,
their-
you know,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, that's why the men, they're right up there, you know,
Right, right.
participating because they have spouses, sisters, moms,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
family members,
And
daughters.
unfortunate, but there are more and more survivors.
Yes.
So research is extremely
Yes.
important.
That's why it's so important.
Yes, yes, you know.
We also honor survivors. We have a group of people in our community that have survived breast
Right,
cancer,
right.
and we honor them. We have a great team of people that join in because there's a lot to do. We have a tremendous amount of door prizes.
Yes, I know.
And so
I
we
won
start
one.
we start in June. We start at the end of June. We're going to start collecting, telling people, start asking, get out there, get us some prizes.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, our Atlantic City friends are very good for that.
Oh, that's
They go to
great.
Atlantic City and they gamble a lot, and then they get a toaster, or they get.
Oh,
and they think of us.
Yes,
Think
yes.
of us if you get that toaster.
that's terrific.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. So your people are pretty busy.
We try to stay busy.
Yeah.
It's all
Yes.
about having fun. That's the bottom line. When
And you're facilitating the way to have fun for everybody else.
it's
know,
you know
that's-
what, you always gonna have someone that doesn't like what you're doing, but you know what? It's fun for 95% of the people.
Right.
So
Right, right.
It is what it is. It's like that in every sport.
But it's also, we have so many different activities
Yes.
here in the village. And you need volunteers for each and every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to spotlight the golf club and your volunteerism and the amount of time and effort
Sure,
both of you put in, and to know more about the golf club, that's great.
And Mike
Well,
is
we're both-
going to be giving some lessons. We have some newbies.
Oh, wow.
You know, we have some people that have just called us, or they came. We had club day. We had some people that showed up and asked if they could get lessons. So we're going to be sending information out to them shortly,
Right.
so they can get some just information and how to
Some
just hold the
guidance,
club.
Yes.
How to.
I believe that's like 80% of the issues. Holding the club correctly, but you got to talk to people and see how they hold it. Some people
Yes.
hold it like, how can you even hit the ball like that? But you know what? That's another interview.
Yeah, yeah.
My grandchildren were here for Mother's Day, and my one grandson golfs, and he's on his high school golf team, and he does very well. And the other three do not. Anyway, so we all came down to the Pines, right? And my one granddaughter, who's 16, she plays softball. So she's holding the club like a
Yes.
baseball bat,
Yes.
she's holding it like this. And her cousin is saying, no, you have to hold it this way. And she hit it really well, okay? Then the next time, she
Yes.
back to a bat.
Well, if you've ever seen Happy Gilmore, he held it like a hockey stick.
Oh.
And he was very successful.
Right.
So let people hold it the way they want.
Right.
If it works for them, we're not changing their grip.
But the thing is, the funny thing is that when she held it like a baseball, she didn't do it well.
Yeah, but
when
she
she
listened to
held
her
it the way
cousin.
her cousin told her, man, she had it up in
It's-
the air and on the green.
It's so hard to mentally.
Yeah.
Just, if I could tell you what to do, but your
Right.
mind's not going to allow it. You have to repetition,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
hard.
It is, and it's, like any sport, you have to put a lot of time and effort into it to get even decent.
Well, we have a
And-
putting green here right outside of Willow.
Right.
And we have a little spot where you can practice your chipping and so you can do some practice right here on campus.
Right.
And if you're willing,
Yes.
I play golf with people and they can't putt, and I said, well, have you gone to the putt? Or do you just do it when we have a game? Oh, yeah, only when we have a game. Well,
You got
you have to go
They're,
practice.
they're retired. Like they don't have time.
Yes, we're kind of busy here.
At this point in time, I don't know when I had time to work.
Exactly.
I mean, really. Every day is something, but that's a good thing. It keeps us,
I feel-
active and,
I feel I retired, and my days go by so fast here.
I know.
than when I was working.
yes,
I go,
definitely.
and I keep saying to myself, I'm retired, but the day's gone already.
Yes.
So it's I guess it's a good thing.
Yes,
Oh,
it
it's a great
is.
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, because I try to tell people who, don't live in a retirement, well, we're not we're 55 and older. I've been corrected a couple
Because
times.
everybody isn't retired.
Yes, correct. So it's a 55 and older. But I'd speak to people who do not live in an area like ours, and they get so bored.
Yeah.
And they do, if they go out for lunch, or they do this, or they do that, and they say, how do you keep up like this?
There's so many activities. There's just so many.
I know, you can't keep up with all of them, so, but this has been delightful, and I thank you both for coming.
Well, it was great.
Yes.
I'm glad Gerri pulled me over here.
Yes, I'm glad she did too.
Well,
So we
thank
put
you
a
for giving
face
us
to the
time.
men's.
Thank you for giving
She's
us
going
time.
to take over golf next year, inside and out.
Oh,
She doesn't know
okay.
it yet, though.
No,
I'm already doing inside
Wait a
and
minute.
out. I don't know how much more I'm going to do.
Yeah, they take it over.
Right.
It
Right.
has been thank you for giving us this opportunity to share
Right.
how much we love golf and how much people out there
Right,
can try
right, yes, yes.
join us.
It is, it's a fun sport, it really is, and, you know,
You don't have to be the best. You just get out there. It's fun. No one's gonna,
Yeah.
you know,
It's not competitive.
badmouth you or whatever,
Right.
because half the guys are and women are terrible anyway.
We
It's just a
do
matter
it
of
for
having fun.
We just get out there to have
Right,
fun.
right.
And we're gonna try to help you hit it straighter, and that's the bottom
that's
line.
right, that's what's important. Well, I thank you for watching, and I thank you for being with us, and have a great day.
Hit them straight.
That's it.